what is the biggest value that being a member that you can extract from being a member?
What I liked about CoreNet was the conversations that were happening. It wasn't this, I mean, it wasn't so much about like showing off, like this is what we've done and this is how to do it, right? There was an actual interaction that happens on CoreNet, on the Slack channel, some of the coffee hours. I really love the coffee hours, right? Where it's just people like bouncing ideas off each other and no one's coming in there really with an agenda. It's just a space to be like, we're all sort of interested in this larger question. How do we figure out what can we do to help here? So for me, that's why I got my team involved. That's why the team is now a part of CoreNet, because I thought all of us would just benefit from learning and absorbing. So as of right now, we've done a lot of this learning, absorbing. So ethics, right? There was this entire session that you guys did on ethics and consent, and it was amazing because it forced us to really think about some of our things, because members are doing the interviews and members help with us. Consent becomes a little bit less secondary, right? Because the union has gotten us permission, right? The union says, yes, of course, you can speak to these people and they will speak to you. So trying to figure out, being like, okay, so the union has gotten permission, but there's still an ethical imperative on us to ask that individual away from the union, right? Not just as a union member, but as a worker in her own right. So some of those questions, I think it's brought us a little bit of soul searching, which is very good. Forces us to pause a little bit because of that, to do soul searching, you need to just pause for a while. So like after that ethics session thing, like that Friday, my team just got together and we were just talking about some of our challenges. I'm not saying we have solutions, right? But we haven't had that opportunity to just stop and be like, okay, let's think about some of these issues that were raised, some of the questions that we weren't able to answer, right? When we were asked about our ethics stuff. Rashi, I think, was the one interviewing us. Nitya, I don't remember. Yeah, so she asked us some questions and we didn't have answers. So sort of being like, okay, well, we don't have answers. Why don't we have answers? How can we come out? Like, what should our approach be to these questions? We're obviously not thinking about it. So I think some of that has been really helpful.